I want you to wake up tomorrow morning knowing exactly what you need to do to not just have a productive day, not just have a good day, not just have an energized day, but a day that feels your soul on fire, that moves you towards that future you that you currently are dreaming about creating and becoming. And so in today's podcast episode, I'm going to give you my ultimate morning routine / rituals to set you up for absolute success. Because I woke up this morning and I was doing my rituals feeling so on fire, so filled with gratitude and joy and this deep ingrained energy and motivation to move towards my goals. And the practices that I'm going to be sharing with you today are simple. You've heard me say them again and again. But if you want a step-by-step guide to actually make massive results in your life and potentially completely transform it, then I hope you take away maybe even just one of the things I'm going to share with you today, because just doing one of these things can have a massive impact in your day, which will lead to progress in your life. So take it or leave it. But here are my version of what a perfect morning routine / a couple of extra rituals could look like for anyone who wants to grow and really challenge their limiting beliefs and become the version of themselves that they feel so freaking proud and fulfilled by becoming. First thing, as you open your eyes or still have them closed and you wake up in the morning, is I want you to think about 1 to 3 things that you're grateful for. Before you step your foot out of the bed, I want you to just fill your body with 1 to 3 things that you have to be grateful for. And I know that a lot of us are going through challenging times right now, but gratitude doesn't have to be something extraordinary. We can be grateful that we get to fuel our body with healthy nutrition today, that we have the ability to walk, to hear, to speak, to move towards our goals, that we can breathe, because some people didn't get a chance to wake up today. So I want you, as you open your eyes, before you step out of bed, is think of something that you're grateful for. And just a little science behind this. The reason that this works is because when we focus on the things that we're grateful for, it releases dopamine and serotonin pathways, which are the same neurotransmitters that make antidepressants effective. So by waking up and focus on the gratitude, you automatically make your brain focus on what's going right rather than what's going wrong. And we all know that that's a great way to start the day. Now, the next thing I want you to do, or maybe not, only do it if it feels aligned, but something that I have done for years that makes me feel so freaking good within, is put on something motivational. It could be my podcast if you find me motivational. It could be some Tony Robbins YouTube motivational speeches. Something I've also done recently is I put in visualization or manifestation, and then I find videos that are inspirational speeches put together from different athletes, different entrepreneurs, different people who've developed such incredible joy and success in life. And then I just listen to them as, leading into the next, I hydrate, and then I drink my coffee. And a lot of people would say, wait 90 minutes before waking up to get your coffee, but I get my coffee during that time. But as you're getting ready, maybe you're brushing your hair, maybe you're brushing your teeth, I don't know what you're doing. But as you're walking around in the morning, listen to something motivational, because auditory priming will shape your mindset for the day. I've done this for years and years and years, and oh my goodness, even if it's just subconscious, it fuels my motivation, my energy, and this belief that I can do more than what I previously had thought I could do. If you flood your brain with empowering stories, your subconscious mind is going to mirror them. Now, a little bonus point, which is something I do in the morning. Sometimes I don't, but for the most part, especially recently, I do. I take a quick cold shower, and I'm not trying to time it. I'm not trying to, have this be like this big thing. I just turn on the cold water and I jump in, and it makes me feel really freaking good afterwards. And now I don't know how to say this word, but when we take cold showers, research and scientists share that cold exposure boost norepinephrine. I don't know how to say that word, but with 530%. In which what that does is it improves your alertness, your energy, your mood, and your resilience two words, stress. So even though I can't say the word, I just know it's good for me. And potentially it could be good for you too. Now, the next thing I would love for you to do, this is something that is highly encouraged inside of my Dream Life Society, and something that, well, the people who see massive results, whether it's, 18 pounds of weight loss, or it's just completely transforming their mindset and what they believe they're capable of doing in life, what they choose to make themselves believe that they're capable of doing, how they break limiting beliefs. These are the people who do journaling in the morning. I've spoken about this for years. I journal, and it's changed my life because I had so many limiting beliefs in my past. And when I started to call out my own BS, which really is what I had been doing to myself. I've been telling myself I'm not the type of person that this, that, and that. I can't do this, that, and that. And then if there's something I wanted to do, then I would make excuses as to why I couldn't, or why that wasn't for me, when really it was just an excuse because I didn't want to get uncomfortable. I didn't want to fail. And when I could journal and call out my BS, then my life started to change, because little by little I would start taking actions that I previously would have never taken, because I wouldn't have believed that that would be a good thing for me to do, because I would be afraid of looking stupid, of failing, of just not being good enough. However, the specific two things that if I had to pick what I would like for you to do, which I have all of my journaling challenges that literally can transform your life inside of my Dream Life Society, inside of each one of the challenges that I run every single month, that guides you through every single day journaling prompts to really get very specific as to what you need to rewire inside of your brain to get to that next level of your life. I have so many different ones. So depending on what you're going through in your life currently, you can choose the journal for the next 30 days that you know is going to help push you to get past those limits that you potentially have placed upon yourself. And inside of my challenges and my community, I always also have all of my delicious high protein recipes. I have my workouts, like I said, 7 different type of workout programs at this point, just to have something for every single person that joins, whether you're a beginner, advanced, you want to do a bikini competition like I've done, whatever it is that you want. Maybe you just want to become a badass athlete. I have a lead program for that. I have workout program. I have travel program, all of it. And we have our weekly calls. So if you're stuck, if you feel like something isn't working, we chat about it, and it's just such a beautiful community that we have in there. So if you want to join us for that, and we also do these morning routines. Every single morning routine looks different because we personalize it for every single individual to fit the lifestyle, the goals, all of it. So if you want to join that, I'll put the link below. We're starting our next challenge very soon. So join us if you feel called. But the specific journaling thing I would like for you to do over the next week or month, let's say, if you are not going to get any of my journals and you just want to free flow, right, is after you've drank your water, you've gotten the motivation, you've potentially taken a cold shower. And this doesn't take long. Like, you could do all of that in 10 minutes, like easy. And these journaling prompts you could also do in 10 minutes. Like, it doesn't have to take such a long time, but it's a future you journaling reflection. I want you to pick maybe 1 year in the future, 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future, whatever you believe, whatever resonates with you. And I want you to write down exactly what your life looks like. It can be from when you wake up in the morning so you go to bed, but it could also be just like this gratitude of all the things that you now are, that you now have made happen. So I want you to write it in present, and I want you to not limit yourself. I want you to think of you 5 years in the future, or 1 year in the future, 10 years in the future, and just fill the page with gratitude for all of the things that you've made happen. And if you choose to do them from morning to night, it's like, I'm so grateful that I wake up in my dream home next to my dream partner, that blah, 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 blah. I wake up and I walk to the kitchen and smell the flowers that are in my home. I go to this meeting where this, that, and that happens. Like, I just want you to feel what it feels like living that future you know. And potentially just one page that you write, maybe it's 10 pages. I don't know. Do whatever feels right to you. So write down your future life that you dream about creating and the person that you dream about becoming. You could write down the things that you wear, the things that you feel, the things that you do every single day, the people you're around. There are no limits. And what that does when you write in presence is it activates the RAS, reticular activating system, which is the brain's filter for relevant information, so that when you go throughout the day, your brain is going to start noticing the opportunities that align with your specific vision, which is really freaking powerful. Now, what I want you to do after that, as you complete your journaling, is write down on the bottom of the page 1 to 3 priorities of what you need to do today to move just one tiny step closer to that vision. So I want you to write down the thing that would be the most fulfilling, the most important, the thing that when you lay your head on the pillow tonight would make you feel so crazy proud of you. What is that thing that you need to do today that maybe feels a little scary, that maybe is a little intense, that maybe you're afraid of, that you need to do in order for you to move towards that future version of you? Now, the next thing I personally do after my journaling is I meditate. And very often I do a visualization meditation, which I also have a bunch of visualization meditations inside of my app, inside my challenges, my community, in my Dream Life Society. So if you want to try that, you can, or you can find, there are so many different apps that have different meditations. You can go on YouTube. You can also just focus on your breath, do a regular meditation. But I find it very powerful to just visualize stepping into embodying this future version of me in the morning. And sometimes I just need to breathe. We need different things on different days. Maybe you want to commit to doing something specific for 30 days. I want you to do the thing that you feel is the most aligned with you at this very moment of your life. There's never any right or wrong. There's no order you need to do it in specifically. Like, I'm just sharing what I would do, and I want you to take or leave whatever feels aligned with you. And the next thing, you can do 2 options. And you, as you listen to me speak, will know exactly what is going to be the most powerful thing for you to do. And the first thing I'm going to share is what you could do after that is move your body. And if that means going out and doing a 10-minute sprint to freaking elevate your heart rate like crazy. This is something I did for a long, long time, and it always puts me on freaking fire. Maybe it's going on a walk, what I'm doing right now. I thought I was going to be done with this bikini fitness competition situation, but now I qualified for the Amateur Olympia. So now I have that in 2 weeks. So I'm going to continue doing my Stairmaster in the morning. And what I do in the Stairmaster is I respond to every single post inside of my Dream Life Society, my challenges, my community. So that's what I do. I go to the Stairmaster and do that. Sometimes I do a couple of extra tasks as well, but I do the Stairmaster. Maybe you need to do your whole workout. Like maybe that's when for you do your whole strength training or go on your jog or whatever it is that you do for exercise. Or the other thing you could do is after your visualization meditation, you're fired up from your morning routine, is to complete that one task that you had written in your journal would be the most aligned action that you could take today that would move the needle towards your future you. So there are different things that you can choose to do, but as you're listening to this podcast, as you're listening to me speak, I'm pretty sure something clicked within you, something felt like, ooh, this is what I gotta do. And whatever that was, go do it. Go frickin' do it. Make a plan and then do not make excuses. Stick to the plan. This is a saying we say inside of my Dream Life Society. Stick to the plan. It's become my mantra. It's become my community members' mantra. Just stick to the plan. Now, a couple of extra things that I just want to share with you that could be powerful, that maybe you feel would align, is to create a habit tracker. If there are specific habits that you want to make become your norm, then have a habit tracker. I've ordered some on Amazon. I've also made my own habit trackers, which I share inside of my Dream Life Society. Habit tracker, you can create it yourself. And then every single morning, you just check off all the things that you want to make sure you do every single day. Now, something that I would love for you to do before you go to bed, which is going to really help you set yourself up for success, is you don't need to get up earlier, but potentially for you to have, let's say, 30 extra minutes in the morning to do some of these things that I shared with you today. Maybe you're going to need to go to bed a little earlier. Maybe you already know that you're not getting enough sleep. What I would love for you to do, which I've gotten so many of my beautiful community members to do, is set a nighttime alarm. A time where your alarm goes off in the evening. And when that alarm goes off, you know it's time to start settling down and getting ready for bed. Now, what I would love for you to do is to have that alarm go off an hour before you want to be sleeping. Because what you can do then is you can put your phone away and charge it in a different room, close out all electronic devices, and get ready for bed. Maybe that looks like taking a hot shower. Maybe that looks like reading in bed. I don't know, but get rid of all electronic devices, stop the scrolling, and prepare your body for rest. I feel so much more energized on the days where I get my sleep, and I'm sure you do as well, but especially the days where I've allowed myself to wind down before I go to bed. It really shifts how I sleep. If you scroll right before bed, the phone light will suppress melatonin by 23%. So that in itself, putting away the phone, putting away electronic devices is going to set you up for better sleep and fall into deeper restorative sleep. Which is why I have this feeling that when I allow myself to wind down, I don't scroll, I put away my phone, I sleep so much better. And I'm sure you can think of times where you've done the same and that's how you feel. Or maybe you already do it and you're like, Pernilla, get to the next point. I already know this. I'm already doing it. Well, then you're crushing it. And as we know, sleep is the biggest performance enhancer. So if you're someone who wants to make better nutritional choices, perform better at the gym, perform better at work, perform better as a family member or just friend or partner, you already know you need to get your sleep. So set that nighttime alarm, get in bed on time, put away the electronics, and set yourself up for success when it comes to your sleep. Now, a couple other things. Andrew Huberman, who I just got to see at the Summit of Greatness, speaks about getting sunlight first thing in the morning, which will regulate your circadian rhythm, boost your serotonin, and once again, improve your nighttime sleep quality. You can do a digital sunset, so lowering your lights as you prepare for bed and just make it really comfy. And if you want to do a tiny little journaling, since you're putting away the phone, you have maybe a journal next to your bed, write down 3 wins from the day, and maybe 1, 2, 3 things that you wish to improve upon tomorrow, or that you just were challenged in, and just kind of work through that with you in your journal before bed. And then 2 more things. 1, I hope every single day you do one thing that sprinkles your day with a little bit of joy, with no necessary results in mind, but just because it makes you happy. Maybe it's rollerblading at the beach. Maybe it's jumping in the ocean. Maybe it's calling a friend that you love speaking to. Just maybe it's dancing around your house for 5 minutes. Maybe it's singing along to good songs in the car. Like just sprinkling some joy throughout the day. Maybe they have no purpose other than literally making you feel more happy and joyful throughout the day. And lastly, get in a good amount of protein in the morning. I promise you, whether you have fitness goals or not, I think it will feel really good. Instead of your high sugar, high carb, whatever. I do eat carbs at breakfast as well, but eating a good amount of protein first thing in the morning will help set you up for success for the day when it comes to satiation, cravings, and reaching your fitness goals, if that is something you're excited about doing. I hope that something I shared today found you at the right time, and maybe one of the things that I shared is something you want to start incorporate. Or maybe it just felt good to know that the things you're doing is what feels the most aligned to you. I don't know. I'm just grateful that you're here. I'm so grateful that you're willing to listen to my podcast. And I hope you go out there today and do something that is going to make you feel really, really happy and your future self proud. Because if you can make your future self proud, then I think that's a sign that you're living the right kind of life. You're making the right kind of choices. And if you want to join my Dream Life Society or my next challenge, I'll link it down below. And if you feel like this was valuable to you, then share it with a friend who you think could find it useful as well. That really is the best way for me to grow and help impact more people, which is my mission in this life. I'm so grateful for you listening and being here with me. And as always, remember that in order for you to grow, you have to challenge your norm. Bye.